why is it so hard for the average? It's hard enough in real life across the world to quit your job and want to do something on your own, whether it's entrepreneurship, creative, whatever. Why is it harder here? Almost impossible for some.
Well, I think the first step, I think before I answer your question, I think we got to take a step back. And I think the first step is to figure out what is it that you really want to do. The problem is, most people tend to define what they want to do based on other people's perception, right? So suddenly if startup is in vogue, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. I remember, photography was in vogue back in 2012. Everybody had a photography page, right? And now everybody wants to be a stand-up comedian.
I mean, not not everybody.
Or everybody,
yeah.
or everybody wants to, create YouTube content.
Yeah.
So I think the key problem here is that people see other people doing stuff and they're like, wow, that's an easy way to get success and fame and money, right? I think you need to disassociate yourself from that first. You cannot get successful or make money or do any of those things by doing something that you don't truly like or love, and by doing something that you see other people doing. Sure, you can get inspired and you can get inspired to do that, but just doing something for the heck of it because that'll get you a shortcut to success is definitely not the way to go.
Yeah, so people are maybe attracted to the end result more than they are the actual product and process.
Which is why you see that only out of 100, about 10 get successful. Because
Yeah.
the 10 are honest with their craft, and the
Yeah.
10 are honest with what they want to do.
I think you asked 10 of the biggest comedians in the world, they never would have told you they wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was a byproduct of them just being committed to what they really wanted to do,
Yeah.
which was in a bar of comedy for 10 people or for 1,000,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. And you think the average, you think, and correct me if I'm saying this wrong, the impressionable Indian middle class, male or female, is a little bit more addicted to that level of success than their Western counterpart?
No, I totally agree. And
So yes or no?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
So for example, when I wrote my book, I get a lot of emails from kids.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
from,
so do I.
yeah, asking me how to write a book and how do we get published and so on and so forth. And I'm like, I published my book in 2012 without even knowing how to write it. I Googled how to write a book and it said, just open Microsoft Word and start typing. That's
Yeah.
all it said. So
And at least you had Google at that point.
Yeah. I finished 50,000 words and I sent it to the first publisher that showed up on Google. Now, the thing is, I had a story to tell. I was really honest that I had a story to tell, and I was able to write that book very easily because I was being honest with what I wanted to say. If you ask me why haven't I written another book, well, I don't have a story to tell. And the day I will write another book. But you see, I did not write the book to become famous or, to get like a Bollywood movie made out of it or, to make money out of it. I wrote the book because I had a story to tell. Sure. And I enjoyed the process of writing it, and I enjoyed the process of creating those characters and enjoyed the process of writing that book. And when it came out, yes, it became a bestseller and it did really well. But that is not what the outcome that I was hoping. In fact, when all of that happened, I was quite surprised, honestly. Sure. And I realized that if you actually be very honest with your craft, it's very easy to be successful in India because the number of people pursuing alternative careers is very less.
Yeah.
The number of authors is very less. The number of people writing in English is very less.
Yeah.
So if you really write a story from your heart, there are high chances that you'll end up being successful.
Yeah.
So I would really recommend that if you really want to do what you like doing, please make sure that you're honest with your craft, and then you'll be surprised by the results that it can give you.
Birdy num num, birdie num num, a birdie num num.
That's right.